I've been running a gas zero turn for years. Oil changes, spark plugs, the whole thing. This year, I switched to electric. I'm going to give you my honest first impressions and whether or not it was worth it. Hey, I'm Jeremy. I figure things out around the house so that you don't have to start from scratch. Let's get into it. So this is the Ego Z6. It's a 52-inch electric zero-turn rated at the equivalent of 25 horsepower on a gas engine. I picked it up on Black Friday for $5,798, and the bagger was another $589 on top of that. I'll link everything in the description. My old gas mower was about shot, so I was buying a new one anyway, and I was just done dealing with gas, oil changes, spark plugs, fuel stabilizer in the winter, all of it. I just wanted to mow. I went with Ego specifically because of their battery platform. The same batteries work across all of their tools, so if I pick up a blower or trimmer down the road, I've already got the batteries for it. As far as why this model, my old mower was a 50-inch deck, and I didn't want to go any smaller. The Z6 comes in a 42-inch and a 52-inch, so the 52 was the right move. The mower is a 3-in-1. It can bag, side discharge, or mulch. I went straight to bagging and swapped on the high lift blades that came with the bagger kit, so I really can't speak to the other modes yet, but it's nice to have the option. One thing I wish I knew before ordering, this thing shows up on a freight truck in a metal cage, not a cardboard box, a metal cage. Here's what it looks like in the manual. I had to get out the tools and spend a couple hours taking the cage apart just to get to the mower. And even then, it still didn't just roll out. I needed an extra set of hands to push it out. Then I had to assemble the mower itself. The manual has instructions for it, but then I was left with this huge metal cage that I didn't know what to do with. I eventually found someone who could use it, but that was a whole different thing. I didn't film any of this because YouTube wasn't on my radar yet, but just know what you're getting into. One thing I'll say about this mower, the build quality feels solid. The deck is steel and the whole thing feels very well built. It has an IPX4 weather resistant, which basically means it can handle rain and you can hose it off when you're done. The screen, the electronics, all of it. For an electric mower, that's a big deal. You don't have to baby it. Let me walk you through some of the features. To start the blades, you just pull this knob. That's it. The seat has built-in suspension that's adjustable, and it's got armrests, which is a nice touch. There's a phone holder on one side, and on the other side there's a storage compartment with a USB charging port. The key is this weird looking thing, not your physical key at all. There's a lever to raise and lower the deck. It's got 10 positions from 1.5 inches to 4.5 inches. I mowed at 3 inches. There's a parking brake, and fair warning, every time you get off the mower, even if you put the lap bars in park, if you don't engage the parking brake, it beeps at you, even on level ground. It's annoying, but I get why it's there. There's a power meter on the LCD and another one down by your feet so you can keep an eye on the battery level from either spot. The mower also has Bluetooth built in, and it connects to the Ego Connect app. It shows how fast you're going and blade speed. It also allows you to check your current battery status. Setting it up is easy. Just download the Ego Connect app, create an account, and pair it over Bluetooth. It's also got LED headlights and side lights that you can turn on right from the panel. They're pretty bright. I went out at dusk to see how they looked, and they lit up the yard pretty well. I also went back in pitch black, and it also did well. There's a tow hitch on the back. It's rated for 250 pounds with a 50-pound tongue weight. And Ego sells a tow-behind utility cart if you want to haul mulch or firewood around your property. Alright, so how does it feel to actually mow with it? Honestly, I didn't notice any lack of power. I was able to get through some decently thick spots with no trouble. Now it's not full summer yet, but the grass is definitely growing. There are 4 blade speeds, 1, 2, 3, and 4. For most of the mow, I just ran it all the way up on 4 to test the battery. I didn't have any issues on anything level 2 and above, but level 1 would really just be for thin or really short grass. One thing that really stood out is how quiet the mower is. Coming from a gas zero turn, the difference is night and day. It's not silent. You can definitely hear the blades and the motor, but it's so much quieter than what I was used to. As far as a limiting factor, it's not the power, and it wasn't the bagger filling up. I only filled the bagger once on my whole yard. The thing I noticed is that the chute going into the bagger can start to clog up if you're going really fast through thicker spots. I saw grass piling up in there a few times, That's something I'll be watching once we get into full summer. This also wouldn't be an issue if you were doing the side discharge or the mulching. The mower has 3 drive modes: control, standard, and sport. You could just cycle through them on the LCD. I mostly just left it in sport the whole time. Control felt like it had a delay or was just a little bit sluggish. I didn't find it to be very comfortable to drive at all in this mode. Standard was a little more responsive, and honestly I could probably get away just driving in that mode, but sport is the one that felt right for me. As soon as you tell it to turn, it turns. It does exactly what you want it to do. The mower is rated for 4 acres. It says it right on the sticker. My yard is somewhere just over an acre, I think. I started from a full charge and was able to finish the whole yard with about 40% still left on the battery. Now, I don't think that's totally fair because I was riding around a lot, messing with blade settings, remowing spots, trying to get more footage. So I don't think I would have actually used 60% of the battery just mowing my yard normally. I'll also have a better answer for that once I've done a few more mows without all the goofing around. So side note, I actually mowed my yard again before editing this video, and I was able to finish the yard with about 50% left. So it really wasn't too far off from the 40% in the original filming. The mower came with 6 12 amp hour batteries. It needs a minimum of 15 amp hours to run, so you technically only need 2 of the 6 to fire it up. I want to try that at some point, just throw in the minimum and see what the display says and how far it gets. That'll be in the follow-up. One of the best things about the charging setup is you don't have to pull the batteries out. There's a charging port right on the mower. You just plug in the charger and it charges all 6 at the same time. I'll be honest, I didn't actually time the charge. It was about to rain, so I plugged it in and went inside. When I came back out later that evening, it was at 100%. The charger is rated to do all 6 in 4 hours, but I'll get a real number in the follow-up video. If this is useful so far, hit the like button. It really does help. And if you'd like to see more stuff like this, subscribe. All right, now let's talk about the bagger. Installing the bagger was actually pretty straightforward. You just put some counterweights on the front to balance out the weight in the back, and then install some rails, drop the chute in, and you're done. I didn't get any footage of that because I didn't think to film it at the time, but it's not complicated to install at all. This is actually the first bagger I've ever had. There are really 2 reasons I wanted one. The big one is all the dead clippings left on the grass. They turn brown, they don't look good, and my grass is thick enough in places that they weren't really breaking down. I was having to dethatch twice a year just to keep up with it. The other reason is weed control. I live in a neighborhood where nobody really does any kind of weed control, so I'm constantly getting weeds in my yard. And I feel like mowing them up and throwing the seeds everywhere is just making it worse. So I'm hoping the bagger helps with that. As far as how it performed, it never fully clogged on me. There's a little view window in the chute going into the bagger, so you can see if stuff starts to pile up. And even going pretty fast, it was keeping up. One time it did start to pile up a little, and I just hit it with my hand to jar it loose, and it blew right in. Now the grass was dry, and I'm guessing wet grass would be a whole different story. That's something I'll be testing as the season goes on. Emptying it is easy. There are 2 bins on the bagger. You just pull them off, dump them, and set them back on. The far left side tends to fill up first. When it's full, it can be pretty heavy. And just look at the cut. It's clean, it's even, and with the bagger picking everything up, the yard looks much better than it did with my old mower. I'm running the high lift blades at 3 inches, and it's giving a really nice finish. Here's what the yard looked like after mowing the entire backyard with the blade setting on 3. I think it came out pretty nice. So was it worth it? Yeah, I think so. Now I'll be honest, I was coming from a mower that was giving me a lot of issues. It was hard to drive, didn't mow very well anymore. So there was definitely a new mower factor here that's hard to separate out. But honestly, it was just a really fun mower to use. The bagger is really nice. I think my yard looks noticeably better. And then the other thing is just how quiet it is. That was something I wasn't really expecting to care about, but it's a way more enjoyable experience. I'll still probably throw some AirPods in and listen to a podcast or something, but I don't feel like I'm getting hearing damage from running it, which is really nice. There's still a lot to test. How it handles in full summer growth, wet grass, what the battery life really looks like over the next few mows. So I'll do a full season follow-up once I get some real data. That's it for this one. I switched from gas to electric, and so far I'm glad I did. If you want to see more, subscribe.